All right, everybody. First review in the new place with the new setup. I wish I was talking about a better movie when it comes to the first review in the new place, because talking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I'm going to have a review of the first one up tomorrow for you. I thought the Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I'm calling the first one, I apologize if that got confusing. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was anything incredible. I watched it one time in theater and then literally watched it last night before going to see this one. I thought it was fine. It's fine. Again, I'll talk more about it tomorrow. Right now, we're just going to focus on this one. So the new Ghostbusters are in New York City now instead of Oklahoma, where the last one took place, and they are now Ghostbusters. And things happen from there. There's a lot that happens in this movie. There is Phoebe, the main girl, played by McKenna Grace. She's struggling with being a teenager. Paul Rudd and Carrie Coon are in this movie. Finn Wolfhard is in this movie. Podcast is back from the first movie. He's in this movie. What was her name? Lucky was her name. She's in this movie. Why? I don't know. Because they really don't have anything to do in this movie. Patton Oswalt has been in the trailers. He's in this movie for a scene. He really doesn't need to be in this movie that much. Kian Ninjiali, I can't ever say his name. He's in this movie, and he's absolutely terrible, in my opinion. I found him absolutely annoying. Every time he came on screen, he's just making a joke. And it is slapstick, stupid jokes. Even in these intense action sequences, when everyone's about to die, he's making stupid jokes. Could not stand his character. And really, I just, what they do with his character, I'm like, what? How did this get to that? Just so blown away by what they do with his character, because it's so stupid. The plot is just all over the place on this. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be, and it feels like they were like, okay, we got a sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. Let's throw everything, any idea. Hey, what are you chewing on? Hold on. Just being naughty. What are you chewing on? Yeah, no. He just chewed out, look at this. He chewed out a doggy's eyeball. He's a one-eyed Willy now. So yeah, this movie just felt like writers were like, let's throw every single Ghostbuster idea that has ever happened and throw it into this movie. And that's what happens. There is so many, literally every single scene feels like it has to have a reference to the original Ghostbusters. Every single scene. I swear to God. Ghostbusters Afterlife also did this, but every single Cotton Pickens scene feels like it has to have a reference. The original Ghostbusters are heavily in the trailer for this movie. They are not heavily in this movie. I would say the biggest one is Dan Aykroyd, and those are probably the best scenes where Dan Aykroyd and McKenna Grace's character are talking and hanging out. Those are some of the best scenes, in my opinion. Ernie Hudson, is that how you say his name? He's kind of an important part of this movie. He's a fairly important character, I would say, but still really doesn't have much to do. And then Bill Murray. I think he literally filmed for a day, like for 6 hours, and that was it. He's a glorified cameo. He's basically his screen presence is basically the same amount as Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, this movie, it just kind of drove me out. The pacing of this movie as well, it felt like a 4-hour long movie. It really did. Oh, we also got to talk about Paul Rudd, because Paul Rudd is literally Ant-Man. That's what it is. And it was funny because there were moments of this movie I'm like, this is just a superhero movie. The villain looks kind of like Darkseid from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Just taller and skinnier and cold. So I just was like, this just feels like a superhero movie. Paul Rudd literally is just Ant-Man again, and has nothing to do. He really doesn't. He and Carrie Coon, I guess, are supposed to be like married now. He's kind of dealing with like, oh, am I a stepdad? Am I just their friend? Who am I? But he really has nothing else to do. He's not doing anything. So yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, just this movie is just beyond frustrating to me. I was talking about how boring it was. This movie's boring. I was just like, when is this going to end? I was contemplating seeing this in RPX or even IMAX. Thank God I did not spend extra money to do that, because this movie was just boring as all hell. I have very little positive to say about this. Everyone is kind of wasted in this movie. There are some truly annoying characters that I could not stand in this movie. There's some decent action sequences. The special effects are good. Oh, there's also a plot with a ghost. I will say that. And Phoebe's character. I kind of liked it in a sense, but at the same time, that character's just there to be there, really. And it really doesn't make sense from what we've seen in the past. I guess it makes a little bit of a sense with Afterlife, so I went with it, but I didn't fully love it. So yeah, special effects are fine. There's some decent action sequences. There's not a lot of good jokes in here either. I just can't stop saying negative. It's not funny. I didn't laugh one time in this movie. I guess there's some alright acting. Guys, I'm going 3 out of 10 on this one. I don't like this movie at all, and the more I think of it, the more I dislike it. So yeah, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, whatever the hell it's called. Giving it a 3 out of 10. I don't like this movie. I really, truly don't. But yeah, you guys go ahead and comment below. Tell me what you think. I know this movie's at 43 or something like that on the tomato meter. So some people are liking it. Not very many, though. So you guys comment below. Let me know what you're thinking of this movie. And, yeah, more. I'm going to be doing Ghostbusters Afterlife, like I said, for tomorrow. And then I'm going to do the 2 original Ghostbusters. I'm going to rewatch them and do a review on those, because why not? And then we have Godzilla vs. King Kong this next week. So eventually, maybe next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, I will go see Godzilla vs. King Kong. And I'll probably see that one in IMAX, because you got to see Godzilla and King Kong in IMAX. Yeah, so maybe I'll watch the original Godzilla and King Kong. I don't want to watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, because that movie's just bad and I don't want to talk about it. So yeah. Yeah, guys, that's all we got for Frozen Empire here. The TV even got bored with it. So I hope you guys have yourself a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we will see you next time.